Hey, what is going on, Libras? Butch Tarot here in my satiny suave shirt. I ordered it because I love the Golden Girls because it reminds me of my nan. It said Thug Life, made me laugh, and I got it. And it's like this satin material. I don't think I've ever owned a satin shirt before. It's very comfortable, but it is not quite my style. Anyway, I'm going to do your November read from now to the end of November. It is a general read, so it's not going to resonate with everyone. It is for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and your Venus. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. Always feel free to comment down below. And with all that being said, let's get it. Universe, what message we have for Libras for November 2025. All right, Libras. Somebody asked me one time, well, how do I know when to stop shuffling? I feel it. It's the sound, the feeling, all that. So I'm not really sure how to explain that. I've seen a lot of comments. I just wanted to get it out. It was in a Libra video a few ago. But I don't know why I just got to that now, but there it is. First thing I see for November, I feel this really strong connection coming your way. Now, I mean, I feel we start off in a friendship. I'm loving these relationships lately. We're starting off a friendship. I love that vibe. I feel like for some of you, this may be someone you recently met or someone that you're going to meet, because like I said, it is for the whole month of November, but I definitely feel it's new. So it may be someone you just met, but I do feel like there's a lot of excuse me, new energy here. Now with this person, I mean, I feel like with this person, it's just someone that has their shit together. You know, they have the things that they need. I mean, I feel like independently they do quite well. You know, I mean, we have the Nine of Pentacles. Usually someone that has their shit together. You know, their ducks in a row. Doesn't mean they're necessarily loaded. It could be, but excuse me. I am so sorry. It doesn't mean that they're loaded, but I mean, like I said, they could be. But I just feel like this is more of someone that has their, you know, they have everything going the way they want it to go. You know, with the King of Pentacles as well. I'm so sorry. The heaters just kicked on, and first time they kicked on so far this year, so it likes to blow a little bit of dust that's in there. Anyway, like I said, this person, I feel like they have their, you know, their shit together in the sense that they know what they want in life. You know, they kind of came to that point where, so I do feel like this person is more, definitely more mature. And I feel like with this person, there's just something that clicks. You know, I feel like there's very easy alignment between the two of you with the Page of Pentacles. I feel like Like it fits like a glove. You know what I mean? It's that type of energy. It's like two peas in a pod. Like you just kind of click. And I feel like really getting to know each other and forming this really strong bond. You know, with the Knight of Pentacles, it's about establishing trust. It's a slow and steady energy, but it is always moving forward. And that slow and steady energy of the Knight of Pentacles. Then we have the Two of Cups, which is, you know, I see this as a love connection. Now, I feel like this is more of a, I didn't want to say that. I'm going to say it. You know what? It's more of a grower than a shower. I'm so sorry. But what I mean by that is I feel like this is something that it grows bigger and bigger and bigger. You know, sometimes we meet somebody and it hits off and sparks are flying. Everything's hot and heavy. Everything's going like way too good. And it's like a roller coaster though. You know, it starts off big and then it just drops off, and that's not what this is. I feel like it's continuously building. You know, this person, they give, you know, they're givers, and they show up. They give to the ones that, you know, that they care about, and they show up for them with that 6 and 8 of Pentacles. You know, I just feel like this is someone that's very generous, very giving to those that are important to him. But also, I said but like it was going to be that, you know what I mean? When somebody says but, it's like the bad thing comes. But also, sorry, we got the King of Cups, you know, so that, and the Hierophant as well. So this is someone that's looking for something real. They've been keeping their eye out for it. And like I said, I feel like there's a genuine sense that this person, they feel this connection with you. And I don't feel like this person necessarily connects a lot. I don't want to lean toward they're introverted. I just feel like this person kind of keeps themselves, but with you, it just kind of comes naturally. You know, I feel like we're drawn, again, I'm sorry. I feel like we're drawn to the right person. And some people fight that draw. Some people ignore that draw. Some people just give into it. And that's what I see. Like, there's such a balance between the two of you. I mean, with the Justice card, I feel like this person is just doing everything they do, everything they've done to get to this point. I feel like they made smart decisions. And people say logical, or they say this, and they make it sound very unsexy. People making the right decisions and the best decisions doesn't sound bad to me, you know? Obviously, it doesn't, you know, it doesn't sparkle and shine, but I mean, I feel like they make the right decisions, and people that make the right decisions usually stick by those decisions because they thought about it. They thought it through. You know, rush decisions is one that I worry about. But with this person, I mean, you're going to know, and you're going to see this moving forward. And when I say that, it's slow and steady energy, I know some people take that as like, I'm going to be waiting forever. I don't feel like that. You know, I do see some stability between the two of you with the Ace of Pentacles forming. And with the Page of Cups, I feel like, you know, sharing dreams and hopes and just deep conversations, and that willingness to share that with each other right there shows that there's something special here. I mean, it's that power couple type energy. It's like two people working together, you know, in harmony. And like it's harmonious and it's fulfilling. So like I said, I don't want to make it sound unthrilling because this person makes logical decisions and makes smart decisions. You know, I don't know where that got boring. You know, with the 9 of Cups and the three of Pentacles, I mean, I feel like it's like that power couple, like you're building something real, and just that fulfillment you get from it. And like I said, this is someone that's looking for something serious. This is not someone wasting your time. You know, very, very nurturing. I mean, we have, like I said, we have the King of Cups, the Queen of Cups. I mean, I just... someone that gives it all to that person they care about. You know what I mean? Like they gifts and attention and um, kind of wanting to spoil you a little bit because I feel like they worked hard for what they got. So why shouldn't they decide where who they spoil? And I mean, the part that really caught my eye when I actually pulled all these cards is these two. I absolutely love when they come together. See how they make that face? Representing that they belong together, and it's just it's really significant when you get those two together. Especially, I pulled them one after the other. It's the masculine and the feminine coming together. It's the nurturer and the protector. Nurture what you have, protect what you have. Like, it's that type of energy, and I feel like like I said, it's a very chill energy. It's it's like looking at the water, and it's just like a mirror, just calm. It's a good time to flip to skip rocks. You know what I mean? Like, so many people take things as the wrong way. There is some passion in there. There's love in there. There's reliability. There's consistent. And a lot of those words seem boring to some people, but when you're building something real, I mean, I don't know why I'm trying to undersell this shit. I mean, it's great. It's a great read. I just, like I said, this, if you're looking for something real, this is the person for you. We're not looking into how you feel or what you want when I do readings, because you already know that. Like I said, this person is someone that's looking for something real, and they have a lot to offer. It's very calm. It's a very calm connection. I don't know if I've ever seen a calm connection like this, which is great for Libras because it's harmonious. Like, I feel like you just fit like a glove. And I'll say it again. When you meet someone and you just connect, like, it's just effortless. That's what it is in a nutshell. But it has longevity. And that's what I really like. Anyway, with this, we have Aries, we have Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. We have Capricorn and Taurus. Possibly some Virgo. Cancer and Pisces. I don't know why I was trying to sell that. Like, some people want that, and that's the funny thing, is some people think they want it. It's okay if you want that. It sucks if you think you want it, but you realize when you get it, you don't really want it. Like, I'm like that. I'm kind of a boring person. I always wanted to have kids. I wanted to find the right one to have kids with. I was doing all right career-wise. I just didn't want to share that with just anybody. I want to spoil my kids. I want to spoil, my woman, Rose. You know what I mean? Like, I want to spoil my mom. I want to spoil family. And that's important to me. But, so I protected, and I made, I always had things that I wanted. Everybody always told me I was an old soul because I know what I wanted when I was young. I wanted kids. I wanted a family. I wanted to, do things with my family on the weekend. Like, if you know me, I don't, like, if you knew me in real life, I don't drink. I don't party like that. I don't smoke a joint here and there. Not very often. It used to be a lot more than I want to admit, but as I got older and became an adult, I do like to do that once in a while, but That's it. I do it at home. You know, I go to my garage and or whatever, and but I like to be home, watch movies with the kids, do things with the kids. Like that's just my idea, and I like things harmonious, like a Libra in that sense, because I don't like shit being crazy. You know, that's probably pretty much the reason why I'm a country guy. I live in the country. I, I lived in the city before. I absolutely despised it. There's too much going on. There's too much noise. There's too many strange people. I'm a creature of habit. And I remember living in the city and it'd be like 4 in the morning. I get waken up by ambulance and police cars and stuff. Like, you don't hear that out here barely ever. And when you do, it's a big deal. But yeah, I had a very calm life planned and I'm living it, you know? That's what I was a little afraid about doing YouTube, is because I was afraid that I'd get on here and people would, troll, and because you see it. I see it on other people's videos. Not talking about tarot videos. I just meant videos in general. You see so many hateful comments and people being mean to each other and like fights breaking out. Like one person says one thing and all of a sudden there's like a thread of like 86 comments and they're all like being aggressive with each other. I mean, I'm so blessed because I don't have that. You guys are all been so good to me, and I mean, thank you for that. I appreciate it. But yeah, I was worried about that. I don't know. I like things to work as planned. When things go as planned, I'm at peace, and I want peace. And like I said, I mean, I just feel very connected to this person, this read, in that way. Now, I know a lot of people don't like the stories at the end, but it's irrelevance. You know what I mean? I feel like sometimes people talk at you and not to you. And I don't like doing that. So I like to talk to all y'all. You guys gave me your time to show up today or whenever. And I try to make things relevant because sometimes I remember in school I just never got things because it was just like over my head and people talk at you and then you just don't get it. And sometimes an example is nice. So that's why I do it, and I like to talk too. So anyway, be good. Take care. Stay safe.